welcome to another episode on Let It Out with Tonia. This week we'll be looking at adjustment in marriage. And I have a pastor in the house, and he's going to be educating us. He is Pastor Godi Ikpai, a senior pastor from the Redeemed Christian Church of God. Welcome to today's episode on Let It Out with Tonia.
You're welcome.
So we're looking at adjustment in marriage. So what are actually these adjustments?
Yes, like what we were discussing the other time, we said when you decide that you are ripe, you are matured, you want to go into the marriage institution, there is the stage at which you begin to study each other at close range. This stage, which continues before the actual marriage, is called courtship. Just like you want to buy a product, you are not expected to begin to use the product, but you can look around.
Okay.
You can you can look at the year. If it's a vehicle, you're allowed to open the bonnet, you're allowed to open the engine, you're at least to look a few things around it so that you will know what you're going to. But you're not allowed to begin to drive it around.
Yes.
You know. So that stage, there is a little knowing.
Okay.
And depending on how long and how close. I had some people who do some very long courtship, for instance, or long distance courtship rather. Okay. Somebody is in Britain and you are here, maybe you met online and all you know about each other is Facebook or WhatsApp. There's little you will know about each other. There's so much little you can know. But there is the courtship in which once in a while you meet, either in the church, or you meet in the marketplace, or you can meet in your uncle's place, you can meet in your brother's place, where you can talk one-on-one at close range. There will be certain knowing of each other. Sometimes you can even board the same bus together, and somebody wants to pay, the other person says, we pay, or you see an issue that two of you can argue about. I have seen some intending couples who dropped down from the bus. We were going together and they have issues, this one said, I'm going this way, this. They haven't married yet. Wow. And they kick each person face off about 1 week before you say, this is your good morning, before and then they continue again. That is some form of knowledge. Of course, this person can easily get angry like this, he can get irritated like this. You've known that part. So when you now eventually get married, you are now beginning to see so many things you couldn't see at the courtship. This scene is not for you to run away, it is scene for you to adjust. This is the adjustment now. That is things you can discuss and it could stop if it is bad. And things you discuss and it cannot stop because they are habits. You have to put up with them. Take for instance snoring. Some people's snore could be so offensive that they cannot sleep at night. Will you run away from your partner? You have to adjust in such a way that after some time, the snore becomes music to you. You see, that is adjustment. So you see a lot of it now. There are some also who are coming from background where they are very dirty and rough. All right, there's nothing you can do. It's part of them. When they come back home, the dirty dishes are undone. Children, nappies are not clean. It's just a habit.
It's not actually meant to break the relationship.
No, that is the adjustment we're talking about. So when you now understand that this is this woman's problem, either you find a help or you find a way. Finding a way to accommodate it or to bring solution is the adjustment. Not to say this is how you are. I never know I married a dirty girl and then you don't come home, you don't longer eat her food, you begin to find so-called neat girl out there. You're already failing in your marriage. So that adjustment is those very negative things you are seeing in each other and you prepared your mind to take. This is what is called
But in a case when, I want to talk about conflicts. Someone said if you're not having conflicts in relationship or marriage, you're not telling yourself the truth. So, and then they're having relationship, they both understand themselves, they study each other, and they're not having that conflict. Are they still lie to themselves?
Thank you very much. like we said before, conflicts must come.
Okay.
Either you know, don't see it as conflict because you are matured.
Okay.
That is what you are now looking at.
Okay.
You don't see, because of your level of maturity, you don't count it as conflict again. Whereas somebody who is not as mature than that cannot take it.
Yes.
So that is what we are saying. The conflicts comes in magnitude, and it also comes to people and the way they weigh it. But it just must come. There just must be conflict. Because the person who is courting you when you are still in your house is definitely going to court you differently when you enter his house. Second, because as human beings, we are not machines. We're emotional beings. So some of these conflicts come from our emotions. It comes from certain food we also eat. It induces some behaviors out of us.
Wow.
But adjusting says, I am already with this man, I'm already with this woman. This bad thing I am seeing, how do we manage it together? That is the conflict. Some people will follow their friends to their wife's house, to his family, to his home, and see the house. Oh boy, is this what you are dealing with? And the guy is happy with it.
Yes.
You see, most of the illustrations that Mane bring is when the 3 Hebrew boys were thrown into the fire. They are inside the fire, but they are not burnt. You can be in a marriage full of fire, but you cannot be burnt. Somebody looking outside will say, why are you still existing there? But there you are. The woman is happy. The one is so completely happy. Another person observing them say, God forbid, I can never take that. You see, so grace comes to different people. So I will say, when it comes to adjustment, once you have married, unlike the products we have, there is what is called guarantee or warranty. You know, if this device you bought develop this problem within you are free to return it back. But marriage is not like that.
So you can return it.
It's
not for sure.
There's no warranty. God did not give any warranty to any product, and it is sealed and signed and delivered. And you are going to unwrap it when you get to this. When you unwrap it, you say, "Oh, is it what is inside?"
Yes,
you say, "My grace is sufficient for you."
Thank you very much, Pastor. Thanks for talking to us on today's episode on Let It Out with Tonia. Keep watching Let It Out with Tonia. Please follow us on our social media platform displayed on your screen. My name is Tonia Oti. Say bye for now.
Bye. God bless you.